Hi guys, welcome back to another Monday plan with me. So we're planning from July 10th through to the 16th, and I'm actually going to be using some printable stickers this week. I haven't used printables for a long time, but they're a really good source to kind of search out and find. You can find so many on Pinterest. This one is the Lazy Panda one, and it's from Planneronelove, and I'm going to link it down in the description box. And then I pulled in 3 different types of washies. So usually I start with washies either at the bottom or top of my planner, but this washi was really wide, so I was really struggling to try to incorporate it. So I decided to come back to that later and worry about that afterwards. So we're going to go in day by day. The issue that I have with printables is that whenever I print them out, they are a little bit too short. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong or if it's just because I'm in a happy planner, but they are always too short. So that's why I've got the 3 different types of washi, so I had enough to make my own headers. So Monday's quite a busy and exciting day in my household, so I'm just going to start with 2 half boxes. And because the sticker paper is a little bit thin, so you can see that black line, I'm just taking some of the spare sticker paper that's left and just going over that black line. You can also use like whiteout or Tipp-Ex, but I just find that sticking this paper on top just keeps it all smooth and you can't really tell that I've done it. And then using my Hobbycraft card, I'm just going to cut off a piece of washi. So I've marked on my card, in case you haven't seen my videos before, I've marked on my card how thick the washi strips need to be for headers. So I just use my card because I find it easier. I'm then putting down a little quarter box and again whiting out the next black line with some leftover white sticker paper. Then I just added in my full box, which is this cute little panda looking up at a butterfly, and then I added one of these long page flags just so I can mark what it was that I wanted to get done in that time. Now I'm going to just take some washi and I'm going to leave it quite thick. I'm not going to trim it down to a header size because I like to mark off a section of time for homework for my children to do, and I'm just finishing it off with a quarter box at the bottom. So Monday is quite a busy, exciting day because my younger son starts high school, which is very exciting, and then also my eldest, my daughter, she's starting her work experience at the theatre, so it's all crazy go go go. I also needed to mark down that I had to upload this plan with me, and then I wanted to mark off a section of time with my full box for me to sit down and work on my stickers that I'm going to be releasing on my Etsy shop. So for Tuesday I started with my mint green washi and used it as a header, and because this washi is quite thin I just double layered it. And then I chose one of these But First coffee stickers, which is from Paper Chic Co, or I think she's changed her name actually to Paper Chic Plans. I will have it linked down in the description box. I'm pretty sure she did change her name though. And then underneath there I just put my full box and a quarter box to mark down that I was going into the city to do some shopping. Then I just used my card again to cut myself another piece of washi for my header, so I went with the pink polka dot washi, and underneath there I just put an ombre heart checklist. So I didn't white out the black line on this one because I'm going to be writing on it, you won't actually notice it that much, so I didn't end up putting any white sticker paper on there, so I just wrote down everything that I needed to get in the city while I was shopping, and there's probably lots of other things that I've forgotten because that always happens. Underneath I put a quarter box because I needed to pick my daughter up from her work. And then I have 2 TV programmes on Tuesday. I have Pretty Little Liars, which I'm nearly caught up now. I've got like the last 4 to watch. I'm so sad that it's nearly over. And then the other TV programme is Bob's Burgers because I just can't live without it. So for Wednesday I started off with a pink washi header and then moved on to one of these circle, I'm not sure if these are like large page flags or something, but anyway they are a circle sticker, so I just used that to mark down that I had to go food shopping. So here I was kind of humming and hawing because I wasn't going to bring these stickers out for the next kind of week or 2 weeks, but these are my little stickers that will be coming out into my Etsy shop. These are my character stickers and they're called Poppets. So this is the takeaway sheet, and there's lots of different themes and there's lots of different Poppets, and this one has a little bib on and it says need food, which is perfect because by Wednesday I'm completely out of food. So while I bought one out, I thought I'd just grab the birthday sheet one and use this one that's got a little present and stick it beside the presents that I needed to buy on Tuesday. I actually took the Poppet up in the end because I wanted to add my glitter header. So I just used my glitter tape to make a header and then put down my full box. Next I grabbed a glitter quarter box, which I actually bring back up because I wanted to move it down a bit, but I needed to white out that black line again first. So I just used the leftover sticker paper, whitened out the black line and then stuck that down on top. Then underneath I used some of my mint green washi and I left it as a thick strip because I just wanted it as a background behind my half box. So sometimes I like to flip my half boxes onto their side just because I think it's a bit more interesting in my spread. And then to cover up the bow that was then on its side, I used a page flag and then took another bow and stuck it the right way up. This was just to mark down that I had to get some bits ready for tomorrow. So moving on to Thursday, I just took some of my glitter washi to make a header. And then Thursday is probably the most important day of the entire week. So I put down a full box. These are some more Poppets that come from the birthday sheet. These were actually cut a little bit wrong. So here is the birthday sheet and you can see all the Poppets are single, so you can peel them off. This one I cut too close together so they were attached, but I thought they were kind of cute. So rather than throw them away or anything, I used them on this very important box. So on the 13th, it's my younger son's birthday, and it's a good job that I'm not superstitious because his first birthday was on Friday the 13th, so he's always going to have a birthday that falls on a Friday the 13th. So it's a good job that we are just not superstitious. Next up, I put a piece of pink washi as a header and I double layered it just to make sure that black line didn't come through. Then I put down this cute little half box with a little panda on because my mum and dad are coming round. Obviously it's my son's birthday and probably my sister will come round as well. Now I'm just going ahead and covering up that black line before I stick my full box. Am I sticking a full box down? No, I'm sticking a ombre checklist down. And these are just marking things that I wanted to get done while my son was at school and before my family come round. Then I took another one of these circle stickers, which I actually really like because it adds something different into the spread rather than having a square one. And I just used this to mark down that my son would have some thank you phone calls to make, whether it was for his cards, his money or his gifts. And then I finished it off with another little Poppet holding a little present. Moving on to Friday, I just used the pink washi to make a header, and for some reason I didn't use my card and I kind of stuck it down and then cut it and pulled it up, which I really wish I hadn't because it really ripped my page, like it nearly ripped it the whole way through. It was so thin and I was so annoyed. But moving on, I just took some of my gold glitter washi just to make a little background behind this But First coffee sticker, which again is from Paper Chic Co. And then I had a full box that kind of ripped completely in half, so it was unusable. So I wanted to trim it up and try to use some of it because I really hate wasting stickers. So I just took two sections that were kind of whole and then used them as a background behind this quarter box that I flipped on its side just to mark down that we had a payday on this day. Using some more of the white sticker paper, I just covered up this black line before sticking my full box down. And then I used one of these heart checklists rather than putting down an ombre heart checklist because I felt it would be a little bit crowded. So I just used one of these single kind of checklisty lines and then just wrote down a few things that I had to do on the Friday, and I really was not liking the sticker paper that I had chosen, so I'm definitely not going to be using that in my Etsy shop, so I need to find new sticker paper. I think that's what's kind of holding me back on opening my shop straight away, is because I really need to find sticker paper that I like and that I want to put my stickers on for you guys. So it's just taking a long time. So for the weekend, I just took my mint green washi and put a thick strip across both of them as a background behind my weekend banner. For Saturday, I'm just putting a half box as I usually do, and I'll leave that blank just in case we go out somewhere over the weekend. Then I'm just going to white out the black line with some leftover sticker paper and then put my ombre heart checklist down and write all the usual things that I need to do on a Saturday, ready for the children's school on Monday. Then I took a piece of the gold washi tape and a page flag just to mark down that I had to sort out my camping list because we're going camping not this weekend, next weekend, so I really need to start writing my lists and getting myself organised. Then before adding my full box at the bottom, I'm just taking some more sticker paper just to white out the black line. And then on top of here, I'm just putting one of the long page flags. And this is a possibility, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing it this week or the week after, but I want to film my new kit releases that are going to be coming into my shop and hopefully telling you when my shop is going to be open. If I can find sticker paper, the chore, you guys. So on Sunday, I just put down a mini checklist because I wanted to have a quick tidy up before definitely chilling out on the Sunday. Then just to break up and use up some of that space, I just used a thick strip of the pink washi and then I double layered it as well just to cover up that black line. So for the bottom half, I took one of the ombre checklists but just sliced the hearts off so I was left with a box and then put down a piece of mint green washi as a background behind it. Then I just flipped it onto its side and added a gold page flag. And this was just to mark down that I wanted to film and edit next week's Plan With Me. So moving on to the sidebar, because the full boxes are a little bit thin, you were definitely going to be able to see a lot of the calendar. So I took the pink washi and just covered the whole thing from the top to the bottom and then stuck my full box on top. And then underneath I put my habit tracker, as always. I always have this one at the top. And then I put down a piece of washi to have behind the bottom of my next box that I was going to put down, and I just needed to get it into the right place, so I kept peeling it up and moving it. I got there in the end though. Underneath I put down a gold ombre checklist and I was going to use this as my next week section, so I just took one of the long page flags as a header. Then I just used two pieces of the deco, so I used the pillows at the bottom and then on top I layered the sleeping kind of speech bubble. Then I went back and I was trying to decide how to use this washi because I really wanted to use it because it was super cute. So I had this idea to trim the bottom but kind of leave their arms on. So I trimmed it all the way across. And then when I laid it on top, it kind of looks like the pandas are leaning on top of all of my headers, and it looks really adorable. So I'm so pleased that I was able to use it because I really think that it finishes off the spread nicely, and they were just too cute to leave off. So I actually really like these. And then lastly, I just went and added the dates along the top. If I would have had date dots, then I could have just used those, but I don't actually have any, so I may print some off just to cover them up. And that was it for this week's spread. So if you liked it, then make sure you give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I put out new planner videos every Monday and more beauty lifestyle videos are on a Wednesday. So I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!